Hey guys, welcome back to another video. As you may know, last year I did a before last day of school for Big Nate, but never got to do a last day of school at all because I was sick for a bit. But now I can finally do it. So let's actually rank them all. Let's do it. 32, 2002. Yep, that's literally it. It's all about Biff and Chip talking on Safari when Nate escapes school and Mrs. Godfrey, like, the school and stuff, like, it's ending, but Nate escapes. That's literally it. And the reason why it's only just a Sunday is because this month was mostly focused on chess. Oof. 31, 2001. Yeah, so there's only 2 comics about the last day of school. All it is that Mrs. Godfrey warned about, like, prank day, and then the next comic, it just kind of summarizes before summer is out and stuff. Really, that's pretty much it, and I feel really bad, but, really? That's it? Are you kidding me now? 30, 1998. This is kind of like a prank day kind of thing, but unfortunately Nate doesn't get to, pie her in the face because then she eats it. Oh, come on, that would have been perfect. But otherwise, that's pretty much it, because then it focuses on after the school stuff. So, yeah, this is not that great. 29, 2000. Yeah, so all it is basically Nate getting detention on the last day of school. Like, that is definitely impossible. None of those schools ever do something like this. Unless they give you summer school. That's a different story. But still, who would do such a thing? So this is just a lame idea for a comic. Like, honestly, in a 2000 standards, this is just lame. 28, 1997. Now, this one is a filler. Now, I know what you're wondering. Why is it filler? Well, basically, this is the same time as Nate goes to summer school, and this is just kinda a bit odd for Nate to be happy for this kind of yearbook signing. I mean, it is the first time we're ranking in this video have yearbook signing, but it's just kind of the worst one because it doesn't really add much, and also, it's just not that perfect, you know what I mean? 27, 1995. This is another simple one. It's not a perfect one, and again, it's just that simple. There's not really much to it. I know I keep saying it to these, but, like, there's really not much to say about these ones, including 1995. 26, 1994. Like I said again, it's the same kind of thing. It's just talking about, like, last day of school, a lot of events happening because of it. It's, again, simple, and I'm sorry, but, like, they're just very simple. Obviously, 1995 and 1994 can be interchanged. I just put 1994 because it can be a little bit funny, I guess. 25, 1991. So this is the very first time Big Nate ever did a last day of school comic. And this is very simple, like I said, like the other ones, but it is a bit charming. But again, like I said, it's very simple. I mean, it is still pretty good to look back on, but there is definitely better ones than, this original version. I still don't hate it, but it's pretty good. 24, 1993. This one, again, is simple. It's the same concept. They explore last day of school all over again. Again, it's just not that perfect, and honestly, like, these ones are just very simple. They don't really have a plot. They're just, last day of school. Hooray! 23, 1992. We start getting into the more average kind of comics. Starting with this one, 1992. I know it's a more simple again, but it is a bit interesting, and it has a lot of, incredible, storyline, kind of, like, short stories in just one comic strip, which is pretty neat if you ask me. 22, 1996. So, yeah, this is another simple one, but it has a little bit interesting of an ending. Basically, Nate is an exceptional student and is getting an A in Mr. Rose's class, the art class. But there might be more talented people, which Nate gets a little bit upset about. But eventually, after school, like, all school's over and stuff, he's just like, whatever. Maybe just in case. But still, it's a great way of a comic, and it's pretty nifty. 21, 2015. If you see my before last day of school video, I did something like weeks before then. I decided to include this because, like, it's like the last week, and that's when they do the tests and stuff. And it's pretty interesting, and And, Mrs. Godfrey's like, I thank Gina for helping Nate. But obviously that was not true. But, oh well, it's still a pretty good way to end off before summer. 1999. Now, the reason why I put this one really high is because the yearbook really messed up Nate's name, and it said he's called a girl name, basically, and every girl laughs because of it. It's really funny, and that's why I put it up high. Everything else is still pretty good, although it is a little bit slow going, but that's really my favorite part of the entire comic thing for Last Day of School. It's just so funny and enjoying. 2006. So this one is really interesting because this is a prank day one. This is the first one I believe we're doing. It's not perfect, but it has a few gags here and there that is pretty interesting if you ask me. 2016. Hey, would you look at that? It's on my birthday. Hooray! And look, Nate got an award. Just kidding, it's a prank. That's the best part of the entire joke of this entire comic thing. But other than that, there's not many pranks, which is kind of a disappointment, but oh well, it's pretty funny still. 2013. It feels like we're getting two comics in one separate week. We get one about, Jenny and Arthur being back together. Oh boy! No, seriously, it is actually pretty cool to see that happen. And also, Chad, trying to sign yearbooks with other people, which is so sweet if you ask me. And it's such an incredible two-parter of 1 week of a comic for the last day of school. 2009. This is a pretty cool one, as Chad is learned by Nate to do pranks and stuff, which is pretty cool. And even at the end, Chad does a little prank on Nate, which is pretty funny if you ask me. And it's such an incredible, plot just for a prank day, simple, plot, for prank day, you know what I mean? 2018. So this is the exact same one as 2009, but I might have put it a bit higher because, the resolution looks a little bit better. Both can be interchanged in your preference. 2022. This is the very recent last day of school comic. Again, obviously, it's prank day. And while it's very simple, it's still pretty funny to see all the pranks and stuff. They keep getting better every single year, and they're just always very funny to look at. 2021. Also, sorry if I sound weird a little bit because I have a sore throat, so oops. But oh well. Anyways, this is a little bit higher because it is pretty interesting and has better pranks and stuff. Both can be interchanged, but I like this one a lot better because it has a little bit better pranks here and there. 2017. So this one is, while it mostly focuses on the quicksand, cream of wheat, parking lot incident, it's still really funny, and the rest of the pranks, while they are small and minor, they're still pretty funny to look at, you know what I mean? It's just, I know I say you know what I mean, but they are really funny when you think about it. 2019. So this one is still a really good prank day comic week thing. Look, all of these prank day comics are just really funny, and this one just keeps improving over and over. Every single one just keeps improving over time. This one is an example of that, and it's just so funny to look at. 2020. Well, ain't that expected? Nate just exploded someone's, And it's really funny, and the entire pranks and stuff, while they are a bit more simpler, it's still really funny to look at. 2011. So this is very different because instead of doing the prank day stuff, it mostly focuses on the last final test. And, Nate really studies his best with Peter and stuff, but still gets a 99. He doesn't get an A, but he gets closer to a B. It's still a really funny thing, even though it's a different approach. It's still pretty funny to look at. 2014. Sorry if I say some of the comics are very simple because of the pranks and stuff, but they are simple but still charming. Like this one. This is very interesting because it focuses on one prank with Coach John, and it's really funny. And the other thing is the yearbook signing, and both of them in one, 2 comic of, weeks, you know what I mean, are still really charming to see. 2005. Besides the fact that it focuses on, a yo-yo first, then it goes to the prank day thing. Oh well. But it's still really funny. The pranks are still as memorable as you expect. They are pretty, incredible now. They're just better as you expect as we go into this ranking. and it's just incredible to see, as you can expect. 2008. This was the week where I had my birthday. This was the year when I was born. It was an incredible moment. Anyways, it's interesting to see how it starts with the fact that it's going to be a police and it's not going to be a fun time, but it's a fake, and then they do more pranks and stuff. And you know what? It's a really fun idea for a prank day arc, but it's still an incredible and joyous time for prank day viewers. 2010. It starts with, again, prank day, and then the next week is yearbook signing. Both of these are very nostalgic for people who read Big Nate before, and they're just so incredible to, go over, and the depth is just beautiful to see. 2012, a classic one. I love this one because it's really funny, it has incredible pranks, it's just incredible, and every single prank is just joyous, and I just love reading this over and over because it's just really funny, and you will laugh a lot at these comics for the last day of school. Like, come on, it's so incredible. 2004. This is the best one with 2 comics of Prank Day and Last Day of School. Prank Day is incredible. It has great jokes, again, and a lot of good pranks. And then the Last Day of School one is by far the best one, not including Prank Day. And it's really emotional. Not emotional, but it's still really funny. And it's just a charming way to end the year off for that year of 2003 to 2004. Yep. 2007. I remember reading this one and really enjoying it. And I still enjoy it because it's really funny. And it's just incredible to see the more pranks and stuff. Every prank keeps getting better and better in this ranking, and this is one of my favorite ones, and it just has incredible pranks, incredible moments, and it's such an incredible time. And 2003. I still remember this one really heartily. It just has incredible jokes, incredible stuff. Even Francis tries to prank, even though it doesn't go well, but every single joke, humor, everything is so funny, and it's definitely the best Prank Day comic and Last Day of School comic because it's so artistic and it's just an incredible moment to spend reading on the last day of school. It's incredible. Thanks for watching my ranking, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.